Angelina, there's this idea that's been really resonating with me lately, this concept that some chapters end beautifully. It sounds almost counterintuitive, doesn't it? Because usually when we talk about an ending, especially in life, there's often a tinge of sadness or regret.
Oh, absolutely, John. I think that's such a powerful framing. Because our immediate reaction to an ending is often to brace ourselves for something difficult, for loss. We're wired to see endings as a closing, sometimes even a failure, rather than a natural progression. It's hard to shake that initial feeling of, oh no, this is over.
Exactly! And that initial pain, that uncertainty that comes with change, it's real. Whether it's a job, a relationship, a phase of life, it just inherently feels a bit scary. We lose that familiar ground. But what if we're missing the bigger picture here? What if that feeling is just one part of a much larger, more graceful process?
I think that's where the idea of discipline comes in, right? The topic mentions how discipline teaches you to see endings from a different perspective. It's not about being numb to the sadness, but having the mental fortitude to say, okay, this is a transition, not necessarily a tragedy. It's a shift in mindset that requires effort.
That's it. It's a conscious choice. Instead of seeing the ending as a wall, we start to see it as a doorway. And that takes discipline, because our default setting, as you said, is often to resist. We cling to what we know, even if it's no longer serving us, because the unknown feels so much more daunting.
It's funny, I was just thinking about a time I held on to a project for far too long. It had run its course, the initial energy was gone, but I felt this immense pressure to finish it, to make it work. And honestly, the ending, when it finally came, felt like a relief, even though it was hard to admit I was letting go.
That's such a relatable example, Angelina. We equate finishing with success, but sometimes the most successful thing you can do is recognize when something has naturally concluded. Because every chapter truly has a purpose. Some teach you lessons you desperately needed. Some help you grow in ways you couldn't have imagined.
And some show you who you are becoming, right? I mean, think about those pivotal moments in life. A move to a new city, leaving a long-term job, even graduating from school. At the time, they feel monumental, overwhelming. But looking back, you can see how each of those endings was actually setting the stage for the next necessary phase.
Absolutely. It's almost like a book itself. You wouldn't want every chapter to last forever, would you? The story wouldn't progress, the character wouldn't evolve. And when that purpose is fulfilled, it really is time to turn the page. It's a sign of a healthy, dynamic life.
But that's easier said than done, isn't it? So many people, and I include myself in this sometimes, hold on too tightly to what has already ended. We resist change because the familiar feels safe, even if safe means stagnant or unfulfilling.
Oh, totally. The comfort zone is a powerful magnet. It tells you, stay here, it's warm, it's predictable. But the truth is, growth often begins precisely when you accept that a chapter has reached its natural conclusion. It's like shedding an old skin. It might feel exposed for a bit, but then you're free to grow.
And that leads to what I think is the core of this idea, what makes an ending beautiful. Because, as we said, it's not about being emotionless. A beautiful ending isn't one without sadness or without a sense of loss. It acknowledges those feelings, but it's more. It's something else.
Exactly. A beautiful ending, to me, is one that leaves you wiser. You look back and you understand more about yourself, about others, about life's intricate dance. It leaves you stronger because you navigated that change. And it leaves you more prepared for what comes next, because you've learned what you needed to learn.
Yes, it allows you to appreciate the memories, to cherish the good times, without becoming trapped by them. You can hold on to the essence, the lessons, the joy, but you're not replaying the past on an endless loop, wishing things were different or that it hadn't ended.
That's such an important distinction, Angelina, because if you're trapped by the memories, you can't move forward. You're living in a ghost of a past chapter. And that's where discipline again becomes a superpower. It helps you move forward with gratitude instead of regret.
Gratitude. Yes, for what that chapter gave you, for how it shaped you, even for the challenges it presented. It reminds you to honor those lessons, to carry them with you, but to continue your journey, to look ahead.
It's a powerful framework for navigating life, isn't it? To trust the process, respect the ending, and welcome the future. It sounds simple, but it takes so much emotional intelligence and self-awareness to actually live that way.
It truly does. And I think part of that trust is realizing that some chapters are simply not meant to last forever, and their very beauty comes from how they helped shape the person you are becoming. The entire story wouldn't be nearly as rich without those closures.
It's an empowering thought, really, that even in the face of an ending, there's an inherent grace and purpose. It's not a period at the end of a sentence, but more like a comma, or perhaps the end of one paragraph leading directly into the next, even more exciting one.
I love that analogy, John. A comma, or a paragraph break, it signifies continuation, not finality. And it suggests that the beauty isn't just in the happily ever after, but in the entire narrative, the entire journey, including the moments of letting go.
So for anyone listening who might be in the middle of an ending right now, feeling that sting of uncertainty or sadness, maybe this is a reminder to pause, to consider the purpose that chapter served, the lessons it imparted, and to allow yourself to feel, but also to look forward.
Absolutely. Trust that the universe, or life, whatever you believe, has a plan, that this ending isn't a punishment but a preparation, and that you are strong enough and wise enough to turn the page beautifully.
It's about having faith in your own resilience, isn't it? That you'll integrate the experience, grow from it, and embark on the next part of your story with an open heart and a clear mind.
Exactly. And to remember that the bittersweet nature of these beautiful endings is what makes life so rich and meaningful. It's not about erasing the past, but honoring it while stepping into your future with confidence.
Well said, Angelina. Thank you for diving into this with me today. It's a perspective I think we all need to cultivate more often.
Thank you, John. It's been a really insightful conversation. And to all our listeners, remember, every ending is also a new beginning waiting to unfold. Embrace it.
That's a perfect note to end on. Until next time, keep cultivating those mindful perspectives. We'll talk to you soon on Mindful English Talks.